Welcome to the next edition of the CE Fintech Tour hosted by UNCHAIN. This edition will be focused on Ukraine as a very unique and exceptional market in the Central Eastern Europe. Joining us today is our co-host, Rostislav from the Ukrainian Fintech Association. Hi, Rostislav. Hi, welcome. So, Rostislav, you are the absolute specialist on the Ukrainian Fintech environment as head of the Fintech Association. You are well known, you're experienced, and we've seen you operate professionally and successfully in that market and represent it very well. I would like you to go forward and give us a quick overview of the situation of the fintech market in Ukraine so we could all learn from you. Thank you. Take it away.
Thank you, David. So, hi, everybody. Ukrainian fintech and financial ecosystem and market are unique. With 3 years, growing during the war, and I think this is unique experience that we could share with other countries. And also, I prepare the presentation I want to share with you. Let me see the screen. Is it in the screen? Do you see my screen? I hope yes. If it's silent.
Yes, we all see it. Thank you. We're looking forward to your presentation. Rostislav, hello. Welcome to us. So it seems like we have some technical problems with our Ukrainian friend. So we'll give him a minute or two to come back. If the technicality continues, no, here you are.
Hi. So I tried to present my screen. Yes, so let's start again. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. So I'll speed up in presentation Ukrainian ecosystem. So we have all stakeholders that normal ecosystem have, including government, society, investors, classical players, and fintechs. We work as ecosystem more than 7 years at the market. So association have more than 70 B2B members. We are #1 in events and having more than 20,000 happy attendance of different conferences that we do in Ukraine. We have more than 12 international collaboration, including agreement with IFC World Bank Group. So we are one and only non-government organization in Ukraine that have this agreement with them. We do a lot of research, including Ukrainian FinTech Catalog and 2 big IT projects. FinSkarga is fast independent mediation platform, and Do With UR, it's open up a platform for Ukrainian business sustainability for fintechs and innovative SMEs. Ukrainian fintech market grows even during the war, so new company are established. We are happy to have more than 250 fintech providers in Ukrainian market. More than 75% of them passed a break-even point, so it means that it's operationally profitable business. Most of the businesses exclusively operate by their own funds, and more of 70% of the business now based in Kyiv due to the war situation, and 60% of them have representative in Ukrainian army forces. So also one of achievement, we have more than 16% of female founders in Ukrainian fintech ecosystem. So more of company scaling their businesses, have matured business model. Mostly half of Ukrainian fintech markets, it's company less than 25 persons. So it's like small and medium-sized startups that produce some products that Ukrainians love and use every day. As I say, the geographic of Ukrainian fintech mostly concentrated in Kyiv due to war situation, but also in the west part of Ukraine. 5% of Ukrainian fintechs go abroad until the war will finish. If we say about export potential of Ukrainian market. So half of Ukrainian fintech thinking to, go to other markets. Mostly it's Europe, 29% Asia and United States, and more than 89% also operate in Ukrainian market. Some of them exist but operate only in other markets. If we speak about technology and activities at Ukrainian fintech companies, so mostly it's focused on technology and infrastructure. 36% of all company. Second cluster is payments and money transfer. Third one is consumer lending, legal tech, regtech, and digital neobanks. So as I mentioned, mostly founded by personal funds. So it means that we have resistance to some things that happen at the market, and even the work and closest industries growing. If we speak about trending technologies that Ukrainian fintech use, most of them named API technology. We are prepared to have open banking started August this year in Ukraine. So cloud services, chatbots, and artificial intelligence is the main technologies that are hot inside the whole Europe. So if we look to the map of Ukrainian fintech ecosystem, so it's up to date, and we will start new fintech catalog starting next Monday. So if you wanna see the new fintech map and new fintech catalog, so wait June of this year. So maybe we'll present it in UNCHAIN. So let's think about this. Ukrainian fintech are pretty matured in development in different subcategory as different fintech ecosystem map in Europe. So we are ready to provide any technology at this market. As I mentioned, starting this year, we start the joint, go to production, the new projects that we do with European Commission and IFC do with UI. It's a platform that help to match Ukrainian IT and fintech companies with contractors from EU. It also will be API hub for API services from different companies that want to work under the open banking when it will be allowed in Ukraine. And it also platform to attract investment to Ukrainian startups. So it's have different profiles that could be matched. And for Ukrainian companies also work for individual professionals, for companies, for teams that can propose services in fintech space. So we are only one focused and free of charge platforms that operate in European market. And we believe that will help to build stronger business connection between Ukrainian fintech companies and EU markets. So under this, we're always looking for contractors who could work from Ukrainian market, investors who want to, invest Ukrainian startups and make some contracts with Ukrainian company and IP providers from Ukraine, and not only to work under this platform. And this is a context of FinTech Association that you will be updated with news and everything happen in our ecosystem. And I will be happy to invite my colleagues for today's discussion with David about how Ukrainian market, looks like in depth and problems we solve. So I'm glad to have some colleagues from the market, as Oleksandr Shcherbakha. He's the main guy in retail banking and digitalization in Ukrgasbank. So Oleksiy Yermolenko, PrivatBank, who are responsible for small and medium enterprise business. Kristina Karmazina, she's CEO of neobank Vlasnyi Rakhunok. It's new type of collaboration between banks and retail. And Valerii Siroshtan, RENOME Smart, is the main company service provider for Ukrainian banks of technological solutions in hardware, software, and implementing AI in different services for banking service. So, colleagues, welcome.
Welcome all. Welcome back. How you doing? And thank you for the fantastic presentation, Rostislav. I just want to say it's in the region, Ukraine is known as a powerhouse of development and brains, and there's always something cool coming out of the region, and it punches way above its weight. So anything we can do to highlight the region, support companies who want to go abroad or investors looking for great opportunities, that's what we're here for.
And we will be happy to join this big UNCHAIN family this year. So I think we will come as Ukrainian delegation to UNCHAIN, and we are glad to join this fintech movement that you do in Europe. So I hope it will be very productive.
Thank you. Thank you. So, shall I start off the questions with the guests, or do you want to?
No, please.
So we have our 4 distinguished guests from Ukraine here, all in the banking space in different ways. Rostislav is intimately known with them and wants to basically use this to introduce them and the markets to Europe and the wider world. So where should we start with stuff? Who's the best one to start the conversation with, you think?
So, it was pretty fintech space, and when the war started, the bank jumped in this fintech space and started to behave and work more with fintech. So Valerii is one of fintechs inside this banking community, let's say like this at the moment, but they work a lot of banks, and if they will switch off their technology, banks can exist. So that's why we're all here. And I think during the war, a lot of even banks start to use more fintech technology and collaborate more with fintechs. I think colleagues can, mention the changes that happened with them during the war in terms of collaboration of fintech. And we could, start with Kristina, because she, joined 2 words of banks and consumer market. And, it's dream of all bankers have this everyday communication with consumer. So how is your situation during the war, and what achievement you can highlight?
Hi guys, nice to see you, meet you. We start our project in September 2021. So on the February 2022, we understand what we need to do with our customer, with credit limits, with cash, with IT infrastructure. We actually prepare for that. So it's really changed our understanding about business and about care our customer, because when war starts, customers need more cash. And all the banks, I thanks PrivatBank and Bank and Mastercard and another retailers who give the customer the opportunity get the money by cash. On this moment, it's amazing job, all the part in our country bank system. So it's great. After that, when shock is going on, we try to understand, okay, what about business? Where is the money? What about customers? What they need? And before, we never think about, we think only about card with grivna, not another exchange. And after that, we create another card with euro and dollar, and understand it's too much popular for our customer. It's needed for them, because family relocate, husband staying in Ukraine, so they need to send the money one each other. So it's maybe it's not stay in our plan, but we change our plan. And second part that, okay, but we study, live with warm in our street, in our site, in our world. So what the next? And the next, it's about lending. Lending because people need to support. And we create two products. It's about early salary, when you can in mobile application ask the small part from your salary before you get the salary in 5 days, and it's a very nice product for employee in retail which we work. And second product, it's of course our credit cards. And today we launch our lending. It's like BNPL, buy now, pay later, for products. Because before Ukrainians understand how they buy very expensive stuff in the market. Okay, it's, I don't know, 2,000 euros or something like that. But what about lending for food? If you wanna make the party or if you wanna celebrate the Easter, okay, banks create the good product for that. So it's
So
our
you
key
bring
step.
credit finance to retail stores. Okay. What about technology? What's new technology you used, or implement last year? What about AI?
Actually, about AI. Sorry, guys. Maybe you can ask another.
We can go
Yeah,
forward.
yeah. I think that AI you need the first one use for your operation process, and after that for create your competitors. Power. So, for example, operation. It's not only for recognize the people by photograph or signature or something like that. You can use AI for programmer for after testing. It's very quickly to for your programming stuff use and save your money for develop some elements. So it's a first one. The second one, you make some text, some pictures, so on. It's help. It's she, it not create for you new business or new opportunity. No, but it's faster. It's make faster your job, your routines. So we use it.
Okay. Thank you. So, Alexander, let's jump to you with the same question. You do a lot in transformation, retail banking, and one of the oldest government banks. So, what's your progress? You do amazing, change during the last year. So, what you can highlight and what technology you use now, and support your digital transformation?
Okay, hello everyone. So it's a pleasure to join you. If I'm talking about the technology, so I have joined the bank 1 year ago, and we just step on this track of digital transformation in Ukrgasbank. So that's why I can implement my previous experience from first international Ukrainian bank, from Crédit Agricole, from Raiffeisenbank. So that's why we have started to transform our retail business. We have started from some retails from Agile. Currently, I'm not going to say that we already implemented all the tools, but we have started with retails. We create two Agile team. They have started to make contribution and develop our mobile application. For example, 2 weeks ago, we presented new not new product like a deposit opening mobile application, but absolutely new customer journey. And currently, for example, Ukrgas government bank has only 4 steps to open a deposit. For example, Monobank 5, PUM 6 steps, and I don't know about the PrivatBank in other cases, but only 4 steps and deposit is opened. And when we look at digital habits of our clients, what we can see that currently 98% of our clients open deposits digitally. Even in the branch, when the manager self-deposit our clients, there are two ways: to print a lot of paper, to spend like 15 minutes to prepare all documents, or to spend 30 seconds to open deposit digitally. So that's why this is a product that was digitalized absolutely in our bank. Also, on Friday, we have finished test some hypotheses concerning artificial intelligence commercial efforts. So we have launched campaign concerning credit card activation and deposit prolongation. So in our hypothesis, we tested 4 channels: outbound team of call center, artificial intelligence lady that called to our clients, push message and Viber message. So what we can see today is that the effects of activation of outbound team, telesales team, call center is the same as artificial lady that called and it was like a notification concerning the activation of credit cards. So that's why we understand that with these tools, so we now can optimize our resources in call center and to relocate them to more complicated products and use artificial intelligence for some, let's say, operational tasks or some easy products like notification concerning credit card activation, notification concerning regular payment for credit card, or prolongation of your deposit account. And last but not least, in field of digitalization, I don't know if you read that we are currently a provider of DIA. We are only one and unique and provide all the services in the application. And yesterday we have started to provide also all the services for DIA on the web portal. So that's why we are one of the key partners. So that's why sometimes it sounds maybe weird, but I believe that currently the digital level of Ukrgas, so it's quite high.
Yeah, it's you do the leapfrog. So I even paid today penalty in DIA for the speed limit of the car. Yeah, using Ukrgas. Okay. I don't know who take my money. So DIA is Ukrainian biggest government application who help bring remote identification and access to digitalized government services. It's for our listeners just to understand why it's so important and the huge challenge to join it and work with it. So Oleksandr do a great job. So Oleksiy, we jump to you. So what's the progress in PrivatBank? Is the biggest Ukrainian bank in small and medium enterprise sphere? What technology you implement? What problem you try to solve and thinking, and what new technology you test?
Okay, correct. Thank you. So, shortly about me, I'm responsible for internet and mobile banking for private entrepreneurs and legal entities, and ecosystem of value-added services. These are value-added services of own development, and also we are open for collaboration with fintech companies from Ukrainian markets, and we have our own successful stories. So, first year, main challenge wasn't the innovation. It was about providing the stability, the support for the customers. We all remember this year, nobody thought about innovations, and we did our job well because it built grounds of customers' trust to digital channels, to digital services, because payment was sent, ITM were working, everything were very good, and sometimes it were done with real risks for people lives. So next year, yes, they came us to some streams, especially in my domain, and it will be not exhaustive list, but it will be about some focuses. But the main focus is customer experience, better understanding of customer, improvement of customer experience, better adoption of products, redesign of products and processes, creating new products which have better potential to be used based on digital only interaction, and the big scope of job is done. Digital transformation, actually, it is continuous process in the bank, and Kristina knows, for example, that payments, fixed operations, deposit operations, they are fully digital for a long time. So we are going next, and we try to implement it to improve our products in order to reach the similar success for other more complex products. Another big set of job, it is about implementation of new regulations, which aims integration to European financial sector, strong customer authentication, instant payments, now open banking at final is far, as I understand, based on communication within BU. I wouldn't say that it brings something brilliant for Ukrainian customers, because we made a lot of good things, and our customers are very happy with that experience that were provided by Ukrainian banks, and they had the ability to compare Ukrainian bank services with foreign bank services abroad due to the war. And this comparison was in favor, definitely, of Ukrainian financial sector by default. And third stream, you mentioned Rostislav, Oleksandr, Kristina, it is about AI. Again, now AI implementation, it is steady process in the bank, and projects, pilots, experiments are proceeding in every area: data management, IT development and testing, interaction with the customers, acceleration of digital sales, etc. Talking specifically about me, I have two streams, both about better understanding of the customers and providing personalization and, as a result, better customer experience, but I will not disclose the details because it still is not on the approach. Hope this year we will see results. Thanks.
Thank you, Oleksiy. So it's why I ask this question, because it's important. During the war, Ukrainian banking system and financial lose from 15 to 25% of infrastructure and client base. So, and even in third year of war, the banks are struggling. They implement new technology. They do the leapfrog in digital transformation, and I think it's helped a lot. When they do this digital transformation, start this big digital transformation before the war. And I think it could be interesting case for our European colleagues how to, do continuous improvement during the huge stress as the war is. And we have some specific Ukrainian humor. It's like we call it war humor. So when we free some territory from Russia invasion, some Ukrainian brands and company, compete whose company will, enter this new territory first. But normally, so first enter Valerii's company people who, relaunch ITMs and post terminals again to Ukrainian networks. So I give the word to Valerii to share their experience and their progress that they made during the war, and some, insights that they could, share with us. And that the system of monitoring ITMs and post terminals that they, put can help, not only bring this excellent customer experience to the bank, but it also help government to understand what's the real cashless index in the country. So Valerii, the word is yours.
Okay, thank you. Yaroslav know this story about this competition when several banks, also PrivatBank and Shcherbakha, competed who will come back in Kherson firstly. But it really was our engineer, because we need to restart the POS terminals and ATM and even more. Maybe it's a kind of the huge secret, but Shcherbakha asked us to support in Kherson 500 POS terminal even during invasion period, because Ukrainian has a hryvnia on their card, and if it will be it was switched off, of course nothing happened. That is why even remotely we support 508 POS terminal to support simple people to make a payment. But anyway, yes, our company is already almost 35 years old. We are the part of the critical infrastructure of Ukraine. We have this official status from National Bank of Ukraine. We have thousands of the self-service devices under our responsibility, tens of thousands of the POS terminal. We also has a huge package of the software. And yes, our first day of the war started quite, that's I see it's similar with the rest, but initially I got the phone call from National Bank. National Bank know that we have a monitoring system and we understand the fulfillment of the ATMs around all Ukraine. And National Bank asked us, guys, can you help us, because we have not such information, because we need to support people, because people started to move from the territory with invasion to the western part of Ukraine, and it's totally changed the whole layout of the cash turnover on the market. That is why during, I don't know, 2 days, we proposed for National Bank kind of the reports and send it each 3 hours to inform, to understand where is really lack of the cash inside of Ukraine. And another one part, yes, it's also the story when we start to rethink all our logistics, because yes, colleagues share that their major, I would say, innovation concentrated in online. We are the part of the offline infrastructure. This is why this innovation was direct impact for us, because ATMs sometimes has a problem with accessibility, and of course we need to have at least OEM parts. And if Nova Poshta cannot deliver OEM parts in Kharkiv, it's one story, because Kharkiv very close with the tanks of the Russians. But you know that even in Khmelnytsky it was really terrible, because it's a traffic jam. And from the other side, the traffic jam, people cannot come properly through the road, and it also was really challenged. But anyway, we are here. 3 years ago is coming. The Ukrainian infrastructure, in my mind, still strong. I don't see some critical point. And of course, I can make so much compliments for the banks, branches, ATMs, people of the banks, because you know that they have to find this, I would say, mix between technology and real offline. Sometimes you need just risk of the life to do something. And yes, it's a kind of good mix between offline and online. From our side, in existing situation, we are not operate just in Ukraine. We also operate in the 30 plus countries. We have our own R&D. We propose outside hardware. We also propose software. And what we see now is that Ukraine continue to their road for this sustainability, I would say, in infrastructure, because so much point also linked with cybersecurity, because we always under attacks, and cybersecurity and proper I would say protection from the cyber attack. It's a really huge point for us. Even you know that's maybe banks already more or less prepared, because it's 2019, 2020 it was a situation, but now we see it's also on the government level. then this cybersecurity is also a very strong and huge point, which we also mention, and we also help our customers to build this sustainability. This is, I would say, the main point. Maybe a few words about the AI. That's what is the issue today. I'm personally in our company. We have a group of the company, more than 300 persons. And day by day, I have a really problem to hire new one, to recruit new one. Or if I'm hiring, it's a young person, usually mostly girl. That's even because everybody knows the story with mobilization in Ukraine. And of course, in this situation, I need to have a new one tools, because I need to teach properly the newcomer, young comer. And of course, for me, AI, it's I would say, amazing solution. But this is a very important point, that I need to find the proper cases how I can use it. As example, now we have a network of service engineer all over Ukraine. And of course, our engineers, they are moving, and very short term, half of them become the guys from army, because they move through the work post, and it's easier to get the special document. That is why our staff has been renewed, and the idea, we have to support our new staff and even go. As I told you, then our idea is to use AI as a trainer. Of course, I cannot use it like for something strong or difficult. I can use it for some simple tasks. But anyway, as example, I have a POS terminal, 41,000 POS terminal. It's not the real difficult device. And it's enough that AI can make the answer for the girl if she needs something to help exactly in the shop, even in Silpo, as example. That is why AI very important in my mind globally in Ukraine, because this topic with lack of person, this is demographic crisis. It's coming day by day, because from one side the people already left. We also expect that it also can happen in the future. Then we need to find these cases to solve this gap of the person, and AI good candidates. But from the other side, yes, strategically it's look like a very important as AI. But from other side, real case. I know Rostislav and his team prepared in December very good event in Kiev, and I visited. It was a mainstream. It was AI, but as far as I understand, and it's also my conclusion, that everybody tried to find a way how to use AI, but they have not, I would say, something amazing cases even to show on the event. But anyway, we do believe strongly, and we continue to move forward, because this is one of the way how I believe Ukrainian market can move forward, because this demographic points, it's our today reality, and frankly speaking, we have not any chance to increase the efficiency except to use AI.
Yeah, thank you, Valerii. So, David, as you see, Ukraine now start to be a playground for Europe to understand how new technology and digital transformation help, financial system to survive during such, continuous crisis that we have with war and it pushing financial system.
Yes, it's quite interesting. I've heard 3 different use cases of AI already applied just in this panel right now, right? And with all the stress on it, you obviously get the pain points, the pressure points, and you see where you have to improve. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating to hear the issues with ATMs in a war zone and how to deal with that. That, of course, never hits the news, never thought about, but the infrastructure has to be maintained.
Yeah, but
it
it's
goes for
very
the banks as well.
important. Yeah, it's the main, level of access to finance. It's can you withdraw money from ATMs? If you can do this, all other things, embedded finance, whatever, will make no sense, because people want to be sure that their money, they can have touched it. The next case, they bring this money back after they take it from ATMs to the banks. We have this first day of work. People, try to withdraw money, and then they understand it's not safe to have such many money in your pocket. They go again to banks and put this money to the account. So another topic I think interesting is the role of cybersecurity. I think it's a huge question, and not only for Ukraine, to rethink, do we do everything that we need to do to protect our system from digital threats and cyber, attacks that we have? Because now what we see is that Russians don't attack only Ukraine, they attack the whole Europe in terms of cyber threats. So we need to be prepared and, union our efforts to how we can, do something against this. And we even think as association to build this, special unit as digital financial crime solution to exchange information and, join it to EU hubs that already exist, to support this protection movement. And,
I would add, Rostislav, sorry for interrupting you, that Russian are attacking not only financial institutions, they are attacking the customers that has less level of digital literacy. And we see this dashboard with number of attempts to steal money. So financial institution taking in mind care about customers have to modernize, to redesign again their anti-fraud services in order to help clients that, anyway, they push the strange links. Sometimes they looks like PDF files, etc., and we see the growing trend of these attacks specifically for the customers.
Let me a few words also. That sometimes we know about attacks, but believe me, so much times we don't know about attack.
Absolutely.
Because it's a spy software which is coming in exact computer on exact server and can attack when we even cannot imagine and cannot understand when. As example, Kyivstar, we know everybody who use Kyivstar. End of 2023, we have a huge problem with the internet and so on. But it was a sleepy spy software, and this is very important because in my mind, the hackers usually, especially even if we will come to Europe, in my mind, it could be this really sleepy spy software, and we need to be very careful and to share the whole experience, because believe me, that's direct DDoS attack. Everybody in Ukraine already laughing about it. Nobody care.
Not big deal.
Of course, it's thousands, millions of DDoS events. It's not a big issue now. But this sleepy story, social engineering through the stuff, this is the issue.
By the way, it's very good.
Sorry.
Your turn. I will.
I want to speak about the cloud services, because all our bank in Ukraine prepare for relocate IT infrastructure to cloud. PrivatBank, of course, is the first bank who did it. So when warming start, we prepared, and of course our infrastructure is safe because cloud.
Well, now taking into account the political background, I ask myself if our infrastructure is really unsafe when it is placed in USA clouds.
Because if processing center is destroyed, sorry, country is stopped.
Yeah. By the way, Valerii, very nice shot, very nice example. Let's remind about accounting software. Before the war, between 70 and 80% of customers who used accounting software, they used Russian origin accounting software, 1C or BAC, and it is now the same situation because they don't have similar comparable solutions for migration, and there are no IT developers which may support this solution, which may help with migration from 1C or BIC to other solutions, and we don't know what impact it can
I think it's
bring.
our challenge, next challenge for our country.
Definitely.
Believe me, unfortunately, processing center of the major bank also not in the compliant area of Ukraine. That is why it's also this kind of the challenge, and the government bank.
We can create by ourselves all this stuff.
It's not so easy.
It's not about only the product. It's about ecosystem of these people which are ready to work in the companies and to make changes to adopt the product for any company business processes. So it is not just to provide the functional product. It is broader.
Exactly. Even with the 1S, I can share with you our case, because we also discussed with the SME. What is the point? There are several companies in Ukraine who tried to substitute the 1S. But what is the issue? The new company tried to substitute. They tried to use it during 3-6 months, told, sorry guys, it's even not 20% of 1S and coming back to 1S. Moreover, 1S builds the culture. So today, you know that even now you can open a work UA or Работа UA, and you can find the vacancy which is called "I need a developer in 1S." That is why, yes, it's a really also huge challenge, because it can bring significant issue for the infrastructure. But from the other side, it's not the last challenge in Ukraine, and I do believe that whole this challenge will be eliminated, and we will move forward, because you know that we can shape our mind, I would say, and we can quickly adapt and to find the way how to do it.
We called it лагідна українізація.
So it's like soft Ukrainization in translation. So just a quick summarize, David, for you. We can see that, we have during this war great experience how to survive and stabilize financial system under non-stop stress. So when you visit Ukraine in December, you see that we provide even the conference during the rocket attack to Kiev, and you was part of this event. So you see this from the -2 floor of the venue, and one side. From other side, Ukraine start to be playground and sandbox for cutting-edge technology, because we have so many challenges. So we test any technologies that can support us to make our economy be stronger in financial system and more protected. So this is like interesting case in Europe that we could share. From other side, Ukrainians and Ukrainian financial system will be interesting to any possible software to replace Russian software. As colleagues mentioned, so 1S, it's like biggest Russian ERP that have accounting in our standards, and I think it's huge market for European accounting company and ERP companies that could come to our market to change the situation, and banks could, and association definitely will help with this. And third one, I think we are open to any collaboration in sphere of open banking, open API, because it's come to our market in August. and we now work with obligatory APIs that Ukrainian national banks put as obligatory start in August. But we are interested in any collaboration of, like, let's call it not obligatory but service APIs that that could be interesting for our clients, that our clients could pay money for them. And this is like huge market that Ukrainian are open and interesting. And cases that we have and implementation of new technology and survive technology, I think could be interesting, not as a fun, but as part of business contingency plan to Europe, because having such countries as Russia and the same, part of the world, the same big island, you should be prepared. You never know what they will have in mind tomorrow.
I can concur in a lot of that. It's fascinating to see the speed and confidence in which the panels have demonstrated the advances in technology taken by respective organizations. Like Oleksandr, take a state organization, leapfrogging, coming into full digitization. Then we have the other experiences in cyber attack, and even the communal aspect where everybody's experiencing cyber attacks. Therefore, there's communal cooperative approach to trying to solve that. These are huge advancements and huge advantages in experience and expertise, which will be needed outside of Ukraine for sure going forward. And you can be leaders in that, without doubt. Without a doubt, I see that happening. So that's me saying, well done.
Thank you. It wasn't our dream to be leader in how to do banking in stress, but we now know it. Yeah, we could share. But I hope this experience will not be helpful to anyone in future, because I hope the war is not that something that we need to have again.
Well, put it this way, to integrate into Europe, obviously there's a lot of knowledge to be shared with Europe, but also there's big parts of the world where security is an issue by default. I can think of markets in Africa, for example. This kind of experience, these kind of advantages opens up opportunities for growth of Ukrainian companies abroad. And it would be unique. I mean, you guys would be so perfectly placed to grab new opportunities across the globe. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to many.
And another interesting story, what we see from for Ukrainian fintechs, that we have no chance in this situation to be not efficient. Yes, and as Valerii mentioned, some processes are so efficient because we don't have people that could serve them in like normal period of time. And we see this during 3 years that it's work, and this automatization work. This example that Valerii showed with ATMs, with cash management and other services. So I think it could be interesting for Europe in terms of cost reduction and automatization, like basic process. Because normally in banking system, if it's work, you never touch this process. But you see an example of my colleagues from banking sector, Oleksandr, Oleksiy, Kristina. So when you start to implement new technology, your efficiency grows dramatically, and it's helped to make profit and pay dividends for the owners, for the state. So this is like very good cases. We want to share this experience not in terms of how to protect the war, but in terms of how to be more efficient, using less resources and less time frame.
That's very interesting. I could speak for the rest of Europe that we're very eager to foster this relationship and develop these kind of linkages, because obviously Ukraine is going to need reinvestment, but obviously there's also huge opportunities for intellectual growth, culture growth, investment growth. There's a lot of good times coming ahead if we can get past this hump being the war. Yes. So thank you, Rostislav. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It has been a wonderful conversation. It's been enlightening, and in many ways, I'm eternally grateful for you guys taking time and making the effort to come here. Rostislav, thank you again. And I look forward to seeing you in June, 17th, 18th of June, in Oradea in Romania on UNCHAIN. And please bring as many Ukrainians as you can, because these kind of interactions, this kind of knowledge is desperately needed throughout the rest of Europe. And you are more than welcome. We are eagerly await your arrival, sincerely. So thank you again.
Thank you, David. Thank you, UNCHAIN team. We are happy to join this big European UNCHAIN family this year, you know, like offline, now online, but hope in couple months offline. And I think such level of collaboration of ecosystem will help us build this real strong and big European family of different countries that can jointly, you know, be against all these evils that we have in the world, and, you know, help our European Union. I say our because we see for Ukraine one and only chance that we will join the European Union to make stronger and safe and more digital, you know, and more fintech place for people that live in these countries.
No, I can concur. I can understand, but no matter what the outcome, no matter what the situation, the personal linkages haven't built, the social linkages haven't built, and upon that, the rest will be built no matter what. Yeah. And everybody's, I mean, absolutely eager to integrate more with Ukrainian companies, with Ukrainian brains. It's going to make everyone a lot stronger, a lot stronger.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And I'll see you 17th of 18th of June in Oradea in Romania. Thank you for joining this edition of CE Fintech Tour Ukraine. See you for next one. Bye.